Hello, welcome to Healing Tree. My name is Danielle Gaudette, and today is my first YouTube Live on this channel. So if you're with me, feel free to type in the chat box and say hello. I have done lives before, mostly through Earth Management TV, and I'm really excited to be doing one through my own channel today. I also have done a bunch of lives on Facebook, but Facebook, it doesn't have as far of a reach. It's limited. There's a lot of people who I know who aren't on Facebook at all, and some people who are even leaving it these days. So I thought YouTube would be a way that I could connect with more people. Oh, Amy, so good to see you. Thanks for saying hello. Oh, Lorraine, thank you. Wow, I already feel my heart is filled. So this is what this channel is all about for me. I feel really called to connect with the people these days, like all over the world. So through lives, I'm here to just connect and be together under the healing tree. I know it might sound silly, but healing tree has a huge symbol like that for me. It's been a huge part of my healing journey. If you want to understand it, you can read my book. It's called Healing Tree. In the first chapter, I talk about where the healing tree symbol came from in the first place. And this you can find on my website, daniellegaudette.com, which I think is in the description under this video. But I'm not going to go over that story today. I more feel, hello, hello. Oh, I think that's Amanda. Hello. Yes. So under the healing tree, all the people from all over the world can gather together. And that's how I really want this space to be. Kind of like we're all cozying up under that tree, which is really a safe space where we can be nourished and feel comfortable to open our hearts and share in this journey that we're all going through, this emotional healing journey. So at the end of this video today, at the end of this live, I'm going to try to lead a short little meditation, a healing tree meditation, as my first live video. So I'm excited about that. Thank you, Amy. I love Healing Tree too. It started as a symbol inside of me, and now it just kind of feels like a symbol of who I want to be in the world, what I want to share, and this light, the light that comes through, right? When we look up through the branches and the sunlight shines through. And isn't that so peaceful? It's so calming for me when I walk in the forest and see that. I want to let that light shine through me. And I want to help other people connect to that light and allow that light to shine through them. Because I feel like that light, which I'm not talking about a religious thing at all, it's just the light of life that lives in each of our hearts that we feel when we're joyful, when we love, when we're at peace in nature, among trusting friends. There is that light of love inside the heart. This is our origin. This is our original human nature. And it took me a long time to get connected with mine because it was covered by so many emotions, which is why I focus so much on helping people through their emotional struggles, pains, conflicts, processes, because that's what I needed to do. I needed to untangle all of that to get connected with my own light, a space inside where I could find peace, true peace and joy. And I want to help others in that process. And then I think it's really important that we all keep finding that light inside ourselves and connecting to it and giving it energy so that it can grow bigger. I mean, the world needs that more than ever, right? I think you can agree with me. I mean, my story, which I'm not going to go through the whole story, but it really begins with me being around 20 years old plus 22, 21, 22, and feeling like this world is crazy. I can't handle it. I'm so sensitive. I'm too sensitive. Everything, I just see pain, I see fear, I have worry, I hear bad news, and I cannot, calm down. Back then, I didn't even understand about my nervous system, but really, my nervous system could never calm down. And I don't think it's gotten any easier since then. So I started my journey way back then. And now I feel like, yes, you can relate, right? Now I feel like it's more important than ever. And let's come back. I don't think we're going to find the peace and the light and the even hope that we're longing for outside. We're going to find it inside. And then we're going to be able to be it and share it. And we're going to be able to find it in others who are connected with theirs and who are being it and sharing it. So that's why I'm here. This is Healing Tree in a nutshell, and my purpose in a nutshell. And all of you beautiful souls who I can see have already commented. I think you already know this about me, but I wanted to start off by sharing it again and how meaningful this is for me. And I'll mostly be sharing here on this channel about emotional freedom techniques. So my long journey that started my journey towards inner healing and spiritual growth started like 25 years ago, I would say, when I was around 22, 23. And I did a lot of internal work, mind body healing. A lot of you know me through Body and Brain. I did very deep dive on my own healing journey, with energy being at the crux of that healing, like discovering the energy system, the energy flowing through me, the energy flowing around me, that my essence is breathing inside of me as energy. My true self is breathing inside of me as energy. This was this huge exploration for me. And I did a really deep dive. And actually it on that road, I met with emotional freedom techniques. I would say that's about 10 years ago. And the reason why I was so amazed by it, I was so intrigued by it, is because it completely lined up with the work that I was doing. I had gotten really interested in how to move energy, clear energy, balance energy for emotional well being, because I had done that. I had needed to do that for a really long time, just kind of go into my own little world, my own little cave, and do intensive training so that I could clear some of the emotional heaviness and connect with my light. And I discovered so much about energy and the power of understanding that energy and emotions are connected. Just realizing that lifted such a weight for me. And it helped me realize, like, it's possible. It's possible to live my life with more light, more joy, more peace, and less just feeling under the burden of all those intense emotions that I was struggling with. Back in my early 20s, I was drowning in anxiety and worry and fear. And I didn't even know how much suppressed anger I had then, and guilt and shame. And once I opened the box, it all started spewing out. And I am a very emotional and complex person. And I wanted to help people. Like a little while later, after I'd done the work on myself, I wanted to help other people who felt the same way as me and help them to feel that it doesn't have to be so hard. We don't have to just stay stuck there. There's so much that we can do to move energy, which then moves our emotional energy, which I'm going to talk about with emotional freedom techniques. I see a little, oh, you're welcome, Amanda. Thank you for being part of my healing journey. I appreciate you more than you know. So, emotional freedom techniques is exactly this. It's kind of like acupuncture without the needles. So it's moving stuck energy that's blocked in your meridian channels, in your chakras, in your acupressure points. And this energetic system is connected to our organs, and our organs are all connected to different emotion. It's all connected. When we clear the stuck energy through that system, we naturally clear emotion. And also, there's physical benefit as well, because you're clearing that stuck energy from your organs and from the different parts of your body that it may be affecting. When energy is stuck for too long, that can make us sick and uncomfortable. Hello, Claudia. Welcome. Thank you for joining. But my big interest is the emotional piece, because it can feel, when you're in it, if you know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure that you do, when you're in it, when you're under the storm of those emotions, it can feel really hopeless. It can feel really dark. So I love this technique. I love it's so in alignment with the same exact energy work that I've been doing for 25 years now with body and brain. Oh, Jennifer, hello. You're amazing. Thank you for joining. I feel so happy to see friends from all over the world. It's really joyful. I think now more than ever, we really need to connect heart to heart. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm not really here to give you a lot of information and science. That's not really my arena. If you know me, you know that. But I have done deep research about the world of my heart, the world of emotions, and the world of energy inside of me. And I have equally done that research with so many countless students and clients since almost, 2001, maybe. Since then is when I started kind of working with people with energy. So I'm really happy to have this tool and share this tool. And as we know, it's not about the tool. Oh, hi, Patricia. Welcome. Yeah, if you all want to drop where you're calling it from. I know Jennifer said Colorado, and Amanda is in France. But if you want to, in Seattle, Amy, if you want to drop where you're calling in from, it's so fun that we're calling in from all over the world, because we all suffer from the same emotional intensity, right? And I am not going to get political here. You won't hear me taking any political or religious stances. I'm just talking about the human journey and just being a human being in the world the way that it is now. Social media, all the news, everything going on around us, the earth, right? Natural disaster, everything's changing. COVID, so many things have happened. So many things are shifting and changing, and we humans have to go through that journey, and it's going to be emotional. So when we do emotional freedom technique, we can clear some of that energy, clear some of that emotion, try to calm our system down a little bit. Again, not much of a statistics person, but I just heard this yesterday, so I can say it here, that EFT, which is emotional freedom techniques, reduces cortisol by 24% when we practice it. So that alone takes a huge edge off, and it gives us a moment to breathe and come back to ourselves and come back to the life force that's breathing within us, the life force that we feel when we're under the tree, right? Or when we're by the river or the ocean, when we go to nature, when we hike on the mountain, we feel a life force. I want us to be able to come back and feel that, connect with that inside of us whenever we need it. So that's what I am here to offer anyone. We're all just on the journey. And as you're going down your path, you may want to come and sit under the healing tree from time to time. And I want it to be a really soothing and peaceful place. Oh, hello, Renee. Hello, everyone from all over. Thank you for joining me here. So, EFT, super simple. Tapping different acupressure points. I just did a video here on the tapping points. So I'm not going to go over the tapping points today. You're welcome to see the full round of tapping points on that video. They're all connected to different organs, different acupressure points that are related to different organ systems. So it's very comprehensive, EFT. You're clearing out like all the systems through the very simple points. They're connected to all the lines all throughout your body. And then EFT takes the tapping and adds talking. And for all of you who have done any work with me so far, you know how much I love tapping and talking. So when I discovered EFT 10 years ago, I was like, tapping and talking. I love that. There's something in the expression. First of all, you're tapping, so you're doing something nonverbal. You're working with the energy system. This is right brain stuff. And then you're talking, so you're engaging with your own voice, your feelings, your thoughts. You're speaking them out. You're bringing them into conscious awareness. Instead of, right, we do a lot of hiding. I mean, these are all things that I will continue to talk about because I want us to keep understanding the nature of the inner world. It's like going to a different planet, really. What is this world all about? It's actually very different from the external world, the nature of the inner world. So, part of our inner world is we stuff, we hide, we block, we numb. And this causes more energy blockage and can create sickness of body and mind. And that shows up as negative emotions, right? Unhealthy mindset shows up as emotions that we're just struggling with, we're stuck on. So emotions are okay. We want to let them flow. So when we tap and talk, we're moving the energy. So we're moving the emotion because emotion is energy. Plus, we're talking about it. So we're facing it. We're being honest with ourselves. We're expressing it. Just speaking it out. And you may have experienced this in your life, right? Just speaking out something that was difficult or stuck inside. That can feel so healing. I mean, when you do that in a relationship with someone who you have conflict with, that's the beginning of reconciliation, right? I need to try to calmly and as best as I can get my truth out. Maybe sometimes not so calmly. I need to try to get my truth out. Once I unstick it, I start to feel better. Sometimes I just needed to say it. And sometimes in our relationships, the other person feels, oh, I didn't know you felt that. It's good to hear it. Here, we're working on our relationship with ourselves first. We want to heal that relationship in conjunction with any other relationship that we're working on. We want to make sure that we have a healthy relationship with ourselves. So I have found that EFT is a beautiful, simple tool to help us heal that relationship with myself, to listen to myself, to express myself while I'm clearing the heaviness of the energy. So emotions can feel so heavy, but when you clear the energy, it's like a little bit of a shortcut to get that heavy emotion like off your shoulders and into a more manageable space instead of us being pinned underneath it. So I'm talking about a lot of things here. Feel free to post any question in the comments in the chat box. I will definitely answer them all either in real time or at the end. I want to make sure I get through everything that I'm here to do and not take too much time. So my main point today was sharing about the healing tree, being under the healing tree with you for a little while, which I will do whenever I come for a live, and letting you know the amazing power of emotional freedom technique because of the connection of energy and emotion. Emotion is energy. So as you move energy, you move your emotion and you make it so much easier for yourself to move through whatever struggle you might be going through. So that's what I wanted to share. Today, I thought we'll do a little bit of tapping. I really just want to work down the front. So again, there's the whole full circuit. I can see Patricia said she saw the video already. Yes, that's in the tapping point video. Just want to do a little tapping down the front to ground us a little bit. And then let's do a short meditation under the healing tree before I conclude today's first live. Okay, again, if you have any questions about EFT, emotions, energy, also, if you have anything that you would like to hear me talk about, you can drop that in the chat box because I will talk about that in future lives. I hope to do this weekly. Jumping onto a Facebook Live is a lot easier than YouTube. Technology is not my forte, so it's taken me a little time to figure this out, but I kind of did this all by myself today with the help of many friends and loved ones to get me here. So now I know how to offer these. So I hope to do this regularly. So I would like for you to put in the chat box if there's anything that you want me to talk about in a future live or a future video. I will also be doing some videos, just maybe some EFT scripts, some rounds of tapping and talking on specific topics. I already have some in mind. But if you have certain things, and if I feel like, yeah, I can talk about that, please put in the chat box. I will also let you know if I'm not the expert on that. Fear. Okay. Good one. I will definitely do one on fear. Fear is, I'm an expert in fear. Forgiveness. Yes, I love it. Tapping for releasing grief and sadness. Yes, I can do one for that as well. I think a lot of people are going through that. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your suggestions. Feel free to keep them coming. We're going to go into a short meditation now. All right. So if you're still with me, thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I want to start at the top of the head point. Let's tap a little together here. Make sure if you're sitting in a chair, your feet are flat on the floor, your spine is straight, because this will help you to relax and get grounded. Feel your butt in the chair. If you're sitting on the floor, which I often am, make sure your back is straight. Let's start with the top of the head point and just breathe out. I want you to relax every time you exhale. And the inside of the eyebrows, again, breathing in and breathing out. And if you find yourself tense with anything right now, you can also just try to breathe that out. Side of your eyes. I did a little tapping before I jumped on this live, and when you tap, sometimes you discover, oh, this is what's going on with me, right? When you come back to yourself. So I did tapping on fear of judgment. That felt really good. So under your eyes, and whatever you're feeling, just allow yourself to feel and breathe out. Okay, very good. And under your nose. As you breathe, you're feeling your body under your lip. Letting go of busy thoughts. So EFT is good for clearing busy thoughts, processing emotions, and clearing negative beliefs, limiting beliefs about ourselves that aren't true. They're just beliefs. Okay, under your collarbone. So I'll be doing more of that as I share my future videos. Today, we're just tapping and feeling. And center of your chest. And as you keep tapping the center of your chest, close your eyes. I want you to keep tapping the center of your chest to keep loosening up your heart and staying connected to your heart. So breathe out your busy thoughts. And for a moment, I want you to imagine yourself under a huge, beautiful healing tree. Your favorite kind of tree. I want you to see yourself, feel yourself sitting there, leaning up against the bark, feeling the coolness of the bark and the life of the tree. And maybe you look up and you can see the sun shining through the branches, the leaves, shining down on you. Feel that peaceful feeling when the sun is shining on you. Those leaves and branches are just like the leaves and branches inside your own heart. Sometimes they cover the light. Sometimes they confuse us. Sometimes we can't see our way through. But today, under the healing tree, we're letting the light shine through. As you breathe, let it shine on you, feel it on your face, and even entering into your body, entering into your heart. And with each breath, you're taking in the life of that tree that never judges. It's always a safe space. And you're taking in the light of the sun that streams through the branches. And maybe you feel the joy of that tree supporting you, opening its arms to the sky, to the sunlight, stretching its roots deep into the earth. And there you are for a moment, just resting upon it. You can go ahead and rest your other hand in your lap. Keep breathing. Feel that tree. Feel free to let that tree know anything you're feeling right now. Perhaps there's something in your heart you want to leave here in this space. I don't want to take it with me. Tree, can you please hold this for me? Can you purify this for me? Or maybe you want to express your gratitude and your love to the tree for being there for you in this moment. And as you breathe, just feel if the tree has anything for you, if it's whispering something in your ear. Through the breeze, through the light, through the fresh scent of the oak, the leaves, the roots. Good. Let that come into your body and nourish you. Let that be food, vitamins for your journey ahead. So thanking the tree and thanking the light. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in Breathe out. One more time deeply. Breathe in. And exhale. And return to your room, your space, your feet on the floor. Feel your body. You can open your eyes. Welcome back. So, that was my first time to lead a little meditation under what has been a very important part of my healing journey. The healing tree that is within me, the healing tree that I aspire to be, and also just trees all over this earth have healed me in so many ways. So please feel free to share anything that came up to you through that little meditation. I'm so thankful that you were here with me under the tree, taking in the light. It's really time in this world for all of us to let our light shine through. So, the main reason to do emotional healing is to help us, first of all, get the benefit of making contact with the peace that we already have within us. You may feel that as a light or not. You may feel that as love for the people dear to you, or love that you feel to the earth, to nature. You may experience it as a bright joy. You know that heart. The thing is, we have covered it. It has gotten clogged up, covered up with, a lifetime of wounds, traumas, painful memories, and then unhealthy beliefs that we took on, that we lived by and keep creating. And that generates so much stress, emotion, unhealthy thought patterns. And then we have life happening and we have to deal with fear and sadness, loss, all the things. But we can keep clearing that. We can keep clearing that. That is the reason to do an emotional healing journey. Clear that so that you can come back to your peace because you deserve it. And then naturally, you're going to share that peace, that light, that love, that gratitude, that joy with others. And this is how we make brighter relationships, and one relationship at a time, one family, one community, one organization, one country. It grows and grows and grows. And this is how we put light into the world. Okay, thank you for your sharing, Claudia and Amy. Oh, yes, yes. Tears are a releasing sign. They're a very normal releasing sign. They're a very good releasing sign. Some of you may experience tears or yawning. Sometimes people have a lot of yawning, sometimes even coughing. Something is being released. Something is being let go. Sometimes we didn't even know we were holding on to it. So thank you so much for your sharing, Amy. Yes. And thank you all for your suggestions. I need to make a mental note. And when I finish this live, I will for sure write them down about fear, forgiveness, grief, and sadness. And I think I saw shame pop up there, which is also a fantastic subject. These are all places where we get stuck, and you don't need to be stuck alone. So, this is what I want us to know. This is very normal. So, emotional healing doesn't mean make your emotions go away. Oh, Danielle said I shouldn't have any. No, what I want to say is emotions are very normal. We need to let them flow. We need to speak them and express them and let them clear so we can see the light on the other side. Our mind begins to show us a new way of seeing, a new way of thinking, a new way of believing. And then we're going to generate new emotions, emotions that we want to feel, right? Gratitude, joy, hope. So, this is the journey that we are on. Fatigue. So, Amanda, you may have felt tiredness as you were tapping. You're going to release a lot of tiredness as stuck energy and heavy thoughts are released. Thinking itself is heavy, actually, but we don't realize it because we're just in it all day. We're just in it and we're going, going, going. We don't realize it. But when we start to come inside and calm our system down and the thoughts can we can let go of the thoughts, it can feel so heavy and we can feel so tired. So yes, it's normal. Sometimes you can feel tired. And if you have time, I always recommend rest after a tapping session. Rest after you move energy. You're going to continue the healing process when you rest. Yes. Yes. I think I saw it, Claudia. Yes. Thank you for saying that again. I will definitely do something for shame. Thoughts all over the place. Yeah. So when you come back to yourself, you're going to notice yourself. You're going to become aware of yourself. My mind is everywhere. I can't focus. Yeah. So today we just did a very little bit, but the more rounds you continue to do, the more that stuff starts to clear. Sometimes it's like a wave where it swells up and it kind of gets worse, and then it peaks and then it releases. Yes. So this is also very normal. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me. We have a regular weekly time. I hope for this time on Wednesdays. Yes, this is my hope for my regular weekly time. Yes, good. Thank you, Amanda. So if praying works for you, whatever works for you, find it. This is also part of the healing journey, right? You need to find what works for you. So for me, energy movement works for me. Tapping and talking works for me. Self-mastery processing works for me, which I also talked about in my book, which you all know about, and EFT. Yes, good. Thank you, Claudia. You can tap as soft or as strongly as you want. Yes, good. Vibration exercise. So it's a self-study. It's a self-study, this journey. So when you're struggling, try to take it all as a self-study. I know for me, all the suffering that I've gone through in my life, which believe me, I've been struggling with emotion. I think as early as 6 years old is when I can remember being really overwhelmed with worry and anxiety and fears. And it kind of didn't get better for a long time. So now I know that was all my researching about myself. And then how I moved from that really oh, drowning in emotions state to a place where I can move out. Emotions swell inside of me. I'm not exempt, not free from emotion. All the things you're listing here, I have experienced and more, plus alpha more. I have experience with all the feelings. I have a very active inner landscape, and I will continue to talk about that as I share these videos. So I have been researching. I want you to take it as a research project. What happens to me when I tap? What happens to me when I'm emotional? Which exercise feels good for me? Where did I feel a shift? And then you want to keep continuing to practice those. Those are a great medicine for you. Yes, walking outside is also good. So thank you all so much. Yes, I plan to do this regularly. I plan to do these lives weekly, actually. Next week I may have a conflict, but you can learn about it through making sure you're on my mailing list, which I think you all are, but you can find that also through my website or on my Facebook group page. So you can find that. You can find me on Facebook as well. Healing Tree, a space for self forgiveness and self love. Both of those two places are the main places where I will share and announce about these lives, but I plan to do them regularly. So thank you all so much for being here with me today. It was truly a pleasure. My heart is warm. I'm sending you lots of energy and wishing you many, many blessings and lots of light on your healing journey. And I will see you again next time. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.